All right, Nico Williams priority Arsenal target. Arsenal fans, did you even think about it? Or you had even forgotten that you're interested in Nico Williams? Because the deal of Kepa Arrizabalaga, the deal of Zubimendi, the deal of Benjamin Šeško, Gyökeres has been covering all these stories. But we thank God that today we've gone ahead to land onto a very, very, very huge story concerning Nico Williams that most of you really want us to discuss about. Smash the like button, comment and share. If at all you're watching us for the very first time, endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokani David is my name, and hope you guys are really having fun wherever you are, and continue to subscribe to this channel so as not miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Now, Fabrizio Romano has come up and obviously told us the following, that Nico Williams is a top priority for both Chelsea and Arsenal. Big story. When Fabrizio says that he's a top priority for both London clubs, it shows you that there is what we call a bidding war. And these two teams are obviously gonna work out hard. But according to how these teams are really acting, you have to ask yourself, which team will obviously win the race first for really getting in this player? You know, because for Chelsea, I think they've gone ahead to really bring in Liam Delap from Brighton. They've gone ahead to sign Kenda, who is obviously joining them next summer. And they've just gone ahead to sign in a player right now that Fabrizio Romano has gone ahead obviously sound. Here we go. And we are really going to be talking about that in the next video that is obviously going to be summing up the day to sum up our 5 videos that are supposed to be making up our day. So the club of Chelsea is really moving swiftly. But for the club of Arsenal, they are really still appointing different players. And we all know that they are advancing in talks to sign Benjamin Šeško. That is one. Arsenal is also looking at Kepa Arrizabalaga, who has agreed to join Arsenal. Arsenal is set to trigger the release clause of Martin Zubimendi, and so on and so forth. So Chelsea looks like they can move fast, but we all know that there is a very huge hindrance, and the huge hindrance is all about the wage, the weekly wage that Nico Williams is calling up for. Nico Williams is calling up for £300,000 a week. Which of these two teams is willing to pay that amount of money? And I think the reason as to why Arsenal is like, we are going to take our time dealing with this deal, it's because they know to it that very few teams will obviously put £300,000 on the table to sign the player. And that's why every team is like relaxing. Look at Bayern Munich. They also want Nico Williams, but they're like, oh no, really? We are not obviously going to be coughing that amount of money. Look at teams like Liverpool. They at least pay 150 million euros for Florian Wirtz, other than getting in a player of 50 million euros who is going to be earning £300,000 a week. Now, why is his wage a problem? Because they will find themselves in a position of not really getting the best balanced in as far as the player wages are really concerned. When you look at Chelsea, Raheem Sterling is a player who earns £300,000 a week, the most expensive player they really pay out, and they want to obviously dispose him off. Meaning that if you bring in Nico Williams and give him that amount of money, that means Carl Palmer, Moise Caicedo, that you are yet to offer new contracts, they'll call in for a fee in that region. When you go to Arsenal, you look at Saka, I think is the highest earner, and Kai Havertz nearing 300,000. And if at all you bring in Nico Williams and you offer him a contract of £300,000 a week, they'll be like, we've been here performing season in, season out, and how can this new entrant coming in through and obviously be getting more than us, all equal to us? You understand? So I think that's the big problem that has gone ahead to see to it, that Nico Williams is not really doing the needful and obviously convincing teams to obviously come and pay for him, because they know the salary will really affect the salary wage of those teams. And it would have gone ahead to be a different case if he came in as a free agent, because every player will understand that the team hasn't gone ahead to spend any penny to buy this player, and that's why they are really getting huge amounts of salary. But for Nico Williams, I think he's a good player. He's a good player. When they're knocking out France, they went ahead to beat France. He really scored and looked really great in that game. He's one of the best wide left forwards in the world at his age, and France felt him hard. So his transfer fee is really little. I think it's like £40 million, but his wages are really, really astronomical, and I think he deserves that amount of money. He deserves it because he's really young, he has a resale value, and his performances are really great. Or maybe his agent would have gone to tell him, please, let's put £300,000 a week as your, it will scare away potential suitors. Be at Atletico Bilbao, and when time comes, you'll go to the club that you want to go to. Barcelona is one of those that also wants the player, but the player's wages are really scaring away very many people. But I think teams can find a way on how to get this. But with Chelsea in the Champions League, I tell you what, they can really try to go hard on Nico Williams. So Arsenal will need to obviously play it thick and fast if they want to get in this player, because I know when Chelsea attacks wholesale. They attack with all the energy, they attack with all the zeal to see to either obviously fail other teams to sign the player. But that's the story we got in through from Fabrizio Romano about Nico Williams. Chelsea and Arsenal have gone ahead obviously bookmark him as a priority target. Now, Cody Gakpo has been linked to Bayern Munich, and during the international break, he was asked by the Goal about his links to Bayern Munich. He said, I haven't heard anything about it myself. I'm closing myself off from it. Maybe my agent has had something, but I'm focusing on myself. I tell you, Liverpool cannot let Cody Gakpo go. He's one of those players that is really multi-dimensional. And in this game of football, multi-dimensional people, all players are really very, very, very important. And them being important, they went ahead to put in a very huge shift in there. And it is of no rocket science that such news will obviously be all over the world when they feel like Florian Wirtz is obviously going to be coming in through to play the side of Liverpool. But I tell you what, for a team to be really exceptional and be so good, it has to be having more and more and more and more and more and more and more of quality. Now, if you really get in Florian Wirtz and Cody Gakpo there, Luis Diaz there, that means your attacking threat will obviously be felt by your opponents. But by the moment you obviously go in and bring in other players and you let others go, then you are weakening your team. Liverpool shouldn't lose any player. They just have to add in more three. Like they've gone ahead, obviously, getting Kekozi. They've already gone ahead to get in Frimpong. Now, if you add on Florian Wirtz, it will be very, very, very important for the side of Liverpool. So I think Cody Gakpo is going nowhere, but Bayern Munich is still looking to obviously do the needful and really get in other players, especially the wide players. Now, Luciano Spalletti will meet Italian Federation President on Tuesday next week. His job as Italy coach currently in serious danger ahead of the World Cup in 2026. Now, I don't know what Italy is all about, but it has been really having problems at the national team. But we wait and see whether they dispose him or not. Rokani David remains my name. Your thoughts on Nico Williams' priority Arsenal target are welcome in the comment section below. The two London clubs are fighting for Nico Williams. who do you think will sign this player? Bye-bye.